Hello and welcome to Amare Divina, a space of spiritual sovereignty, freedom, love, and reclamation. And I don't know what our message is today, but I do know that the energies are regarding Scorpio, Saturn, and the sixth house. Oh, I forgot to clean the space. So I'm open to whatever message is most appropriate for our collective at this time. Okay, so I'm open to whatever messages are most appropriate for our collective at this time, most enlightening. And as I said earlier, our energies are Scorpio, Saturn, and the sixth house, which I will not speak more on until I have our cards. I only have one deck. Could I have pulled more? Could I have pulled more? Okay, there's another deck I can pull. Let me just get real quick. Usually I think about these things before I start, but not this time because I just wanted to do a video. All right, so I have an oracle deck and I have a tarot deck. We are using the Shaman's Dream Oracle and the Intuitive Night Goddess tarot deck. So who is first? Who is first? The tarot deck is first. Here we go. Let's see what message there is for us. The Sun. That's a beautiful card to start out with. Okay, let's just move our friends up a little bit more. All right. The Star. I feel like I should shuffle on camera, just so you know. And the Chariot behind the Star, but it is not coming through. Or the Freedom is actually what it is in this deck. Just so you know that I'm not. These are the cards. I need to watch myself as well. Oh, there's something on one of my cards. I did not notice it. So no. The Nine of Pentacles. These are all really amazing. High vibration. All the cards are high vibrational in my opinion. But this is a very fortuitous combination of cards. The Sun, the Star, and the Nine of Pentacles. Should I pull more? Yes. Okay. Scorpio, Saturn, and the sixth house. The Two of Wands under the Sun. Whoa. Did that happen on camera? I hope it did. Freedom, which is the Chariot card in this deck. I hope it did. Wow. I'm getting a tiny taste of this message. It's not coming all the way through for me just yet. And I think it's because they want me to get the whole picture in. So we're going to do that. Oh my God. I cannot make this up. It's the Six of Wands, which is a victory card. Two cards associated with victory. Also fast moving. The Chariot associated with fast moving things. Nine of Pentacles is financial independence, but it also makes me think of wish fulfillment that allows you to stand on your own, that supports you standing on your own materially speaking. A small business owner as well. Oh, back of the deck, the High Priestess. This is really interesting. Should I pull the Oracle card now? Yeah. Why wait? Let's get the Oracle card now. I just want to make sure you can see what these cards are. And Celestite, I'm sure, won't mind propping up our High Priestess here. So, like I said, we have the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Let's get an Oracle card to complete the picture. Oh, there's some cards I fell to the side. Okay. This is beautiful. You know what I'm thinking? We've all been through it. I mean, I couldn't post for a while because I don't know what was going on, but I don't like to force things. So if I don't feel the call, I'm not going to try to make it. I used to do that all the time. I used to always try to make things happen. Joyful Muse Inspiration 33, which is about creation and joy, artistry. Together it's a six, the sixth house, the house of service. Okay, I think I know what this is about because Herald of Change. Oh yeah, that's on the back of the deck. A 30, another 3, 333 master number, Ascended Masters. So many of us work with Ascended Masters. All of us probably. Okay, so I'm going to finish what I was saying about the control thing because I think this has to do with that. I used to try to force things to happen. I used to try to, I didn't know I was trying to force things to happen though. That wasn't the state of mind, like, I'm going to make this. It was more like people putting in my head or everyone's head what success looked like and what accomplishment looked like and what you had to do to be considered successful in this world, not to be confused with actual success, because I think considered successful can vary amongst different groups. And so, whichever group is dominant in your life, they have a big impact on your perspective of success. And you may believe that there's certain achievements that have to take place for you to be considered successful. And you may, like I have, I'm going to share my story because maybe we're all connected on this. Because this is a big turning point, I think, for this collective. We've got four major arcanas, two victory cards, two of wands, joyful muse, sixth house Saturn, Scorpio. So I was once immersed in different environments where it would appear, it was shared with me that this was the way to success, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. And a lot of the A, B, and C, D was so uncomfortable. But I convinced myself that that was just how it was. You had to be uncomfortable and unhappy to make it. You know what I mean? Like, those are the rules. That's how everybody's making it seem to me. And that sometimes you're going to be really miserable, basically, depressed, because your light is sort of being smothered. I don't want to say smothered, but being dimmed, being covered up by things. And you don't know you're doing this. This isn't a conscious thing. You're just following the examples around you, listening to what people are saying around you. And maybe you never quite fit in fully. I never feel like I quite fit in fully, but you did your best. And doing your best may have dimmed the light. That's what I'm getting from Saturn. So I feel like Saturn, I know they call it malefic, I think is the word. Like, it's one of the planets that are looked on as harmful, for lack of a better word, but I actually think it's a planet of mastery. And mastery is often cultivated through pressure. So situations of pressure, being placed in challenging situations, to see, not to see how you handle it, to be able to handle it. So you handle it the first way, and that first way didn't fit well. You know it didn't fit well because you felt miserable. You felt so lost. You felt like, why can't I just carry on like everyone else? Why can't I just carry on with these paths, these ways, these opportunities, success or whatever? Why can't I just do it like everybody else? Because you're not here for that. You didn't match that energy, you didn't match that vibration, because you are like that drop in the bucket that was meant to change the whole pH balance of the water. It's such a random example. I don't know where that came from, but that's it. That's the vibe I was getting. It's like, you're here to develop mastery and to understand the energies that you are working with. So you were dropped within groups that believed certain things, that went about their life a certain way, and your sensitivity to the incoherence of it all, the discord of that way of living, made it difficult for you emotionally and even mentally, and it probably reflected physically, to live that life of expectation, to carry out things the way that they were shown to you. And that was the pressure, this pressure that was on you, the pressure to be other than what you were. And like I said, this isn't conscious. Like, you're born into these environments. You pick up on what's considered good, what's considered bad, right? And you try to act like you can meet that. You know what I mean? And then feel not great when you don't meet that. But you're here to understand the status quo, and you understand how it works now. And then here to break it, because you weren't here to fit in with it to begin with. But understand, if you have to understand the rules to effectively break them, meaning if you understand the rules, the purpose of why they're in place, the reason people believe the things that they believe, then you can break them with a sort of grace, embody your own belief systems and ideologies that best fit your vibrational structure, your tone, your one note sun through the universe, or so on. Because we all have our own color, our own tone, so to speak, spiritually speaking. And when going through all that pressure, all of that denial, all that limitation, it creates a master, because you worked within that environment and found little nuggets along the way to who you actually were. And it was difficult. Then you have to go through all this digging, the uprooting of the seeds that took root within your truth, not within your true self. Your true self is never going to be really affected. It's a matter of finding it or releasing things to find it, but uprooting all these negative beliefs, all these lower vibrational expectations, these lower vibrational energy workings that were in your field. You had to work on releasing them and getting rid of them over time, because some of them weren't obvious to you because they were so commonplace within that community. And like I said, I think it may have affected the health. The health may have affected health in some way, shape, or form. And you have to figure out how you want to do things in your everyday life, your routine, how you view the world, how you are of service, what you want to bring to this earth versus what other people think is a great thing to bring to this earth. You have a better perspective on what actually truly nourishes those around you and this earth, which has to do with you following your intuition, following your calling, following the lead of the higher self, is what I want to say. The lead of the higher self and the source aspect that you are here on this earth, to plant your own seeds. And your seeds are going to germinate, take root, and those who find the nourishment within them, they'll remain. And those who are they're a little too discordant from your own energy, they're going to be repelled and they're going to go off and do their own thing, and that's okay. All of this to say that's what this message is here to say. It's to acknowledge that journey, acknowledge all that you've been through, and to keep you going, because you are on the right path and you've had to make decisions over and over again. But I'm kind of getting the vibe that the Two of Wands is about a decision. Is this that planning card too? Some people call it is it about planning? Is the Two of Wands about planning? I don't know. I don't remember if it's the Two of Wands or the Three of Wands. I feel like it's the Two of Wands, because I feel like the Three of Wands is the energy of just go forth. Go forth and create worlds in my name without end. I forgot. I think that's an Abraham quote. Esther Hicks, something about go forth, create worlds without end or something like that. I don't remember what the quote is, but that's what the Three of Wands vibe is for me. So I think the Two of Wands is about plan. Choices being presented to you. I think you're getting to the point where the choices that will be presented to you are both wonderful opportunities, both things that will make your soul sing, and both options to carry out the frequency and soul light that you're here to germinate, to get to germinate in this plane. And the sun is about happiness. It's about joy. It's about the solar plexus. So being who you are, putting your will forth. It's been tested over and over again, and it's been tested so much that you're ready to stand in your power and move forth. I'm realizing the Seven of Swords is in the back of the High Priestess card. So releasing anything that was sabotaging the embodiment that was here for you, sabotaging the higher self, soul, frequency embodiment here on this plane. That's what just came through for me. That sabotaging energy, getting ready to uproot it. That's what I'm getting from Scorpio. Is that Scorpio? Yeah, Scorpio, uprooting aspects of the personality, aspects of the self that would keep you from your glory. That's what all these cards are about. And your glory is everyone else's glory as well, because it has a ripple effect in the human collective. So there's the human collective and there's collectives within the human collective, right? Like different vibes and frequencies and so on, and associations with other worlds, etc., etc., etc. I'm sure we're a galactic community here. You understand what I'm saying? And you found the joy, the thing that makes your heart sing. The creative juices are flowing, and a life worth living is here for you. And you don't need anyone else to agree with it. And you don't need anyone else to obviously support it. Like obviously with your eyes, you will find support, unlimited support. It will be here for you, but you don't need it. And that vibration of need, of lack, because it's not there, self-sabotaging things, the unlimited frequency of support and abundance and joy is here for you. And it's going to take you places, and it's going to take you there quick. That's what this Chariot card is about. Fast movement forward. And I love that it says freedom. I love that, because that's the feeling that I'm really getting quite heavily here, is this sense of freedom that has been earned. You know what I mean? Like, no one needs to earn freedom, right? Freedom's a birthright, but you earn the joy and the victory and the abundance that goes along with this spiritual freedom. freedom from all the noise, freedom to be who you are, and freedom to join other aspects of life, other realities and timelines, etc., etc. You're here to do that, and you're doing it, and you are of service just by being here. Just by being here, you're of service. You know what? I'm just realizing something. When I originally put this out, it was here. It was on the 6th, which is how it surfaced with that. But then I'm looking at it and it's this one, which technically is a 9. And this is about the higher self embodiment, which I keep talking about. So I think they're both, the 9th house is relevant here too. So the 9th house is about many things, but for the purposes of this reading, it's about the higher self embodiment. It's being brave enough. We kind of touched on this already, so it's kind of exciting that I just noticed that. I think it's to support the message. It's being the higher self embodiment and pursuing a path that you know is for you, despite anyone else's opinion on the matter, despite anyone else's demands on the matter, despite any other sources you may have considered authoritative in the past, because that 9th house Sagittarian energy is about freedom. It's about freedom. Experience, freedom to experience the life that you are here to experience. And you wanted to go through those other things because you needed to understand what everyone else was going through. You needed to understand why they do the things they do in a general level, right? Because if we get real specific into each individual, it gets a little bit more complicated. But you need to understand, generally speaking, the freedom, whoa, I wasn't going to say freedom. I was going to say the fear systems that were in place, but you're here to empower the freedom systems. You're here to empower the freedom systems, and your understanding of the fear systems was here to help you really become quite powerful at implementing the freedom systems that are going to help ground the new earth here and now. Wow. I was like, do I have time to do a reading? I really want to do a reading. I don't even know what this reading is going to be about. I just know I really want to do a reading. So I'm going to do one and just see what comes out. And then this is what happened. So I just want to say congratulations. It sounds so small. When it comes out of my mouth, it sounds so small. But what I really want to say is that I understand where you're coming from. Know that change is here. It's not coming, it's here. It's already been happening. It's probably been happening forever. You're probably so used to all these, I'm not going to say towers, but sort of towery moments. But not only is change on its way for you, but you're here to herald change. You are the sign that change is here. You are the sign itself that change is here. As people observe what it is that you do, what it is that gives you peace and understanding. Wow, this is crazy. Like, I've never gotten all these cards at once in a personal reading. So this must be really important for the collective that is called to this reading to understand this. And I never know what I'm going to title these videos. All right, well, is that the reading? Am I done? Oh, sitting to the side, I'm not really sure why I'm showing you this, but some of the cards were not they fell to the side when I did the last shuffle, and I didn't think it was important. But the Empress is sitting over there, and they just drew my eyes to it. It's another 3. So you are guided, supported. You are a change maker just by being the change. I know you probably heard that a billion times, being the change you wish to be. But just by being the change that you wish to implement in your own personal life causes ricochet effects all through the energetic fields within and around you, within the world that you operate in, and it allows change to take place there as well. And it'll be more peaceful for others, by the way. Those that follow behind you, or I don't want to say behind you like it's a lesser or higher thing. I'm sure you know I don't mean that. But those who are inspired by your life story, by your works, it'll be more easy. It's going to be like an easier transition for them. Because the purpose is different there. Their purpose is different. And that's okay. That's a gift that you have to give. Wow. And artists. I'm getting a whole lot of artist energy. Art of all kinds. All kinds. You're here to make this world a more beautiful place. And you're already doing it. All right, I believe that is our reading. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, life, year, whatever. I love you so much. Bye-bye.